welcome to another episode of PAC'd 12 here today. Before I get any introduction and everything, I want to just say thank you from all of us. Thank you so much to everyone who has listened, streamed, or whatever to the Nate Gatter interview. It is easily our most successful episode thus far, especially on the YouTube.
Without a doubt.
Thank you so much to everyone. 300 plus views on YouTube. Just so much love for every corner of the internet. Just a beautiful thing. And if you aren't familiar with us or you came from that episode, that was your first time ever listening, I am Solomon Nash, joined by Brad Bierman to my left and Kaden Bezza to my right, two current Texas State students and one current Texas State alumni/donor. Big Kaden, how we doing?
That's me, baby. Come on. Big $24 donated in my lifetime.
Two future donors.
But how we doing today, fellas?
Doing good, man. I'm feeling the high from the Nate Gatter interview. It was awesome having him. Can't wait to have him on again. I'm sure he mentioned that in the interview, but he will be back hopefully week 3 or 4 when he is here at Texas State. So very excited to have him again. And thank you guys again for listening. And if you stuck around, welcome back.
Yeah, I'm pumped. It's going to be a lot of pressure trying to follow that thing up. There's not much bigger guess that we can get other than Nate Gatter, maybe Teresa Gold, the commissioner. But, other than that, there's not many other people I can think of that are better to talk about Pac-12 sports than
just
Nate
wait
Gatter.
till next week, brother.
Oh, yeah. This is true.
All righty. Well, thank you. Like we said, thank you so much for listening. Now we're just going to get into this episode. Not too much to talk about. Today is going to be probably the last time we're ever going to be previewing anything in the fall semester for fall sports except for basketball.
Come on, baby. We got football. Come on.
College football is back in about 3 or so days. Oh, my God. The weekend, I can hear it. I can hear it already. I can hear the Guinness in Dublin.
I mean, every single week or episode after this one is going to be previewing Pac-12 football. Can you believe it? We made it. July 1st feels like ages ago.
It does. It really does feel like ages ago. And before we get into that football talk, a little bit of housekeeping before. So we're from Texas State. So recently, new news dropped in the San Marcos world that Texas State has joined the Jersey Patch Club in college sports, forming a deal with Christus Health. No details on the money amount, but it seemed to be everywhere. Patches are going to be everywhere.
It literally happened. The announcement came out, I think, the day before the Nate interview came out, so we weren't able to get to it. So it's kind of older news, but this is also massive news as Texas State students and alumni finally getting on board with the Jersey Patch game, finally getting this free money by just putting a little 2-inch patch on your jersey. I'm excited for it. Look, I get it. I hate branding every single thing, but you just have to do it to keep up now.
Hey, correct me if I'm wrong, but episode 4 we talked about jersey patches, Fresno State, the wonderful company, Washington State, Colville Tribes, Oregon State, and San Diego State were in the conversation, but now Texas State. Only 3 of these schools have patches, so that just means that you're getting more money than some of these other schools, and now maybe Texas State doesn't have as much money as a Colorado State NIL-wise, but now they're adding to what they already had to work with. So only 3 schools, though, and here we are. I mean, a week and a half away from week 1, and I don't really see anything else happening right now before week 1 because think about it. You've got to ink the deal, and you've got to make all the patches and put them on all the uniforms. That's quick turnaround right there.
Yeah, especially for football, which these deals are mainly concerned about. That's the big money maker in college sports.
And think about it, if you sign a deal right now or say on Friday of this week, the 28th of August, and you want it for all sports, well, soccer and volleyball have already started. You got to get new jerseys. How do you get it? Because those aren't usually patches.
Right.
It gets tricky. So I feel like Texas State jumped in right at the right time, and boom, it might only be 3 teams here in the fall.
Should be interesting to see because I know, I don't think Boise's one of those 3 teams, right? I wouldn't be surprised if Boise comes out with a patch relatively soon.
They need a potato ad.
Yeah,
right.
Gee,
probably.
I'm just surprised a local bank hasn't taken up on that.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't have been shocked if UFC would double down. It was just yo, hit up Texas State again. It was yo, come on now.
Might as well get on the blue field too, right?
Yeah.
Spread the wealth.
But other than jersey patches, we did also see that Utah State dropped some nice new soccer kits. Those are pretty good.
I thought this was worth bringing up just by itself and not just waiting for soccer. These really are some of the crispiest uniforms I've ever seen. The black with like the beautiful blue stripe. It's rare that like I need a jersey. I need this jersey, like bad.
It's one of those jerseys that, like, when you think about the words Pac-12 After Dark, that's what you may think of when you see that jersey, right? The Pac-12 color back then, right, not anymore, was blue. You got that blue glowing over the black. Like, it's beautiful. I'm not even crazy about soccer in general, but I do love good uniforms wherever I can get them. And, yeah, Utah State did one with that.
And they're already 1-0 in the new threads. They took down Portland in debuting those new After Dark uniforms. So already up to a great start with them. Just so nice.
Yeah,
Man. The black with the blue pinstripes and the blue stripe on the side.
Any Utah State fans, send me a link, man. Let me know.
The last time you bought a women's jersey, though, it didn't end up so well.
Yeah, don't get an extra large women's basketball jersey because it doesn't fit. Just like
You don't say.
Who would have guessed?
you would have guessed.
But there is some good news about, well, not good news, but some new news about football. As we are getting closer to that week 0 is this week, that we're finally getting some names that have won out of QB battles. A little late, but, better late than never. Of course, not Pac-12, but we saw that Alabama and a couple other big
That's right.
schools got to do started. But in the Pac-12, we saw that our Malik Murphy gas wasn't enough for the guys up at Corvallis as Malik Murphy loses the QB1 spot to Braden Atkinson and Kaden. I know you were a big Malik Murphy man. What was your initial thoughts when you saw the graphic?
Man, I look like a dumbass, dude. Total bonehead trying to have a hot take. I guess, I got to come back to reality. Malik Murphy has fallen off. And I was only so high on him because I remember an overtime video on Instagram. My freshman year of high school was his freshman year as well.
See, this is the problem, Kaden,
and he threw
is
the
you
ball
keep
like
bringing up
90
you
yards or
keep
something
bringing up
crazy.
High school, that was 8 years ago.
Hey, look, I'm gonna just say I was on
He's
Caleb.
not-
I was on Caleb Williams in high school, and look how that turned out. All right.
You should have stuck with it.
All right, look, I really wish he was starting, but then when you look at the guy that came in, Braden Atkinson, it's kind of hard to like not think he's probably going to be the better option. I mean, essentially the best FCS player in the entire country, right, winning the Jerry Rice Award. It's kind of no questions. 3,600 yards in the air, and I actually saw someone say on Twitter he only was sacked 3 times at Mercer.
Wow.
Which, I don't know if Oregon State's line going to be able to do that. Maybe only let him get sacked 3 times, but it makes it easy to do that when you're not getting pressured like that. But, yeah, I guess we'll just hold on to anything about Malik Murphy till later in the season. We'll see how Braden Atkinson looks at about week 7. I still don't think Oregon State wins 4 games or more than that.
Yeah,
but
I think that
it's just too tough of a hill for them to climb in year 1 of the Shepherd era. But I think Atkinson's a good start, though. It's definitely a good start to turn the program around. A guy that's going to be able to continue to play after this year, and then Malik Murphy on his last year. I think it's the right decision trying to rebuild and start new with the program.
Yeah. Also, as well, I saw on Reddit that apparently Braden Atkinson is getting paid more than Malik Murphy in NIL.
Really?
So
I
if
thought
I
Malik was
if
getting
I had
the
Been
known that,
destined.
if I had known that beforehand, maybe I would have changed my tune a little sooner on Malik Murphy. But either way, Braden Atkinson, QB1.
Braden Atkinson will be the guy for Oregon State. The future is in question for Malik Murphy. Like you said, only this is the last year. I don't know if he.
LinkedIn is the future.
Well,
for
he
Malik
can
Murphy.
always declare for the draft after this year and then come back to college if he wants.
That's
you know?
true. We've seen
I can
that.
It's not over.
I'll also declare for the draft if Malik Murphy gets to do it.
We want to talk about that real quick. It's not in the notes, but like that is like the crazy. Like the Big Ten actually had to just sign a thing that said you can't do that. In the Big Ten. But
Every single conference should have had this done by noon today. That it's so ridiculous that it obviously was already happening in college basketball.
I did see someone say on X or Twitter, why don't the Pac-12 just allow all these players that are going to the NFL and coming back all go to the Pac-12, and then you run the show with all these older, experienced dudes. Guys, stop. That's unethical hoops right there. That's what we call unethical hoops.
that is.
All right.
We don't got Lane Kiffin in the Pac-12.
No.
I was about to say, of course, it's Lane Kiffin. That come on.
Well, somebody's gonna do it, so I guess I should.
of course.
Come on, man, take a stand.
man. When Lane Kiffin and taking a stand.
Yeah. Right.
But back to the QB1s. One that's on the better side of our predictions, especially me because I had him as a transfer player or at least impact
Like we
transfer.
all did.
Yeah. But Kaden Penning, man, he wins the QB1 spot in Washington State. That should be an interesting thing We were talking about it before earlier in a couple episodes, how he looks insane. What was it? UC Davis put up 3,200 yards, 32 touchdowns.
Big Sky.
And now he will be entering the Pac-12. It should be so exciting, man.
And they're week 1 Apple Cup. That's gonna be a lot of
God.
fun.
I've never been more doubted to an Apple Cup before.
Yeah, that's
man.
what I'm saying, man. I'm glued this year.
We're so
I'll go back to the Nate Gatter interview. We asked him at the end, who does it look like, Eshelman or Pinnock out of Pullman, because he was the USA Network team went to Pullman, so we got to see some practice out of fall camp. He said he thinks Pinnock wins it because of his upside. It's kind of hard to deny it, and I think that's why they went the route that they did. Eshelman stayed at Washington State, though. It's a brand-new coach in Kirby Moore, so it's not like he's really that new, right? The offense is changing and everything like that. So, they go with Pinnock, and I think that is the right choice. There's probably not a single player in the Pac-12 football-wise that I'm more excited to watch than Kaden Pinnock. As much as I want to be biased to where I graduated from, Tech State, and say Brad Jackson, who is the best quarterback in the Pac-12 until proven otherwise, Kaden Pinnock, though, I need to see that every Saturday. I think I will be watching Kaden Pinnock every Saturday, and dude's a playmaker. They said his arm strength may not be what it should be, but look what he does in the pocket when he's under pressure. He's able to evade the sacks, get out, and make throws on the run, drop dimes everywhere. His legs
Massive
are
arm too.
Yeah, his legs are a very big part of his game. And, man, I think Washington State has, because it's still kind of unproven and it's a new offense, I think it is a top 3 offense in the new Pac-12. Definitely the second best passing attack, I think. I think they have some real weapons on the outside. It's hard to say better than Texas State because, returning 2,000-yard receivers plus Brad Jackson, but Washington State very much could have a top 3 offense, and I think they already do. They just got to go prove it and play like it.
Yeah, I'm looking through, and I don't really disagree with you, Kaden, because you got Boise State. We've had our doubts about Maddox Madsen, whether that's valid or not in the coming weeks. We'll find out. San Diego State, we're still not sure about with their quarterback situation. Fresno, our pick to win the Pac-12, still not so sure about their quarterback. So I really like that take, Kaden, about how they could finish in the top 3.
And I say that they're off their passing attack being the second best because a lot of teams in this conference are going to run the ball.
Yeah.
Boise's going to do it. San Diego State's going to do it with Lucky Sutton. It's kind of Utah State.
Fresno State's going to do it too.
Fresno's going to do it, and not Utah State. They're going to throw the ball very well.
Mm-hmm.
That's the team I was kind of forgetting about the passing attack.
Well, they're also still trying to figure out their quarterback too.
That's
really.
right. They've named a guy.
Exactly. So, between Texas State, Utah State, and then Washington State, those are probably the 3 best passing attacks right now. Colorado State, they still haven't even decided their QB battle yet. I think if I'm a Washington State fan, I'm really excited about what Pinnock brings. And what are the odds that the Pac-2 schools have QB battles released on the same day? That Twitter banter was so funny.
Within the hour.
Dude, yeah.
Within the hour.
That Twitter banter was so funny. I love it.
It's peak, man. We gotta love it. That's how you know the season is just almost there, bro. That's
Knocking at
banter's
the door.
already started to pick up just over QB1 graphics when it's week 1, man. It's gonna be at an all-time high. Can't wait for it. Well, I think that puts a bone in unless we got any other words. I'm about to say what you got.
Let me get this pulled up. Last year,
What's up?
UC Davis last year went to Washington, right? So Washington State, Washington, Apple Cup, week 1.
Mm-hmm.
UC Davis lost 70-10 to Washington last season, and I saw someone bring up Pinnock's numbers in that game. He went 8 for 16, 50 yards, a tutty, and a pick.
Wow.
But they also had 4 dudes record passing numbers in that game, so
Wow.
I don't really care. Also, what does it matter what he did at UC Davis
against
Washington when he's going to
power,
be with Washington State? Whatever. But I just wanted to bring that up. He has played Washington before.
Well, he's got a revenge game coming up week 1.
Come on now. I like the upset. Come on.
That's how you know it's gonna be upside, man. Come on,
You
man.
kind of got me.
You know
fired
who
up
I'm
for an
pulling for.
upset.
It's got the makings of an upset.
That's what I'm saying, man. We might be a Washington State podcast by the time it's all said and done, man.
We're gonna eat free in Pullman.
Yeah.
Man, don't let Ryan Leaf come on the show. He's really gonna get
Oh
us.
my God, yeah.
He's
We're
gonna
gonna be in the jerseys by the next episode.
That's fine. I like free stuff.
Oh God.
Speaking of, I'm still trying to see if I can buy that Utah State soccer jersey. I don't think you can, though.
No, I looked. You
Dude,
can't find it anywhere.
There's no way you can. What have an NIL, bro? This is the point of it.
Yeah, right. Like, if you got cool jerseys, why not make them available for people to buy?
Oh God.
A lot of schools don't actually sell jerseys, like the smaller schools. They don't sell authentic jerseys, and
And I think that would be like so so maybe I don't know. I just think that'd be awesome.
Look at all the SEC schools. They sell all the jerseys, and that's what you see a lot of people wear.
That's right.
I think it's one of the main pieces of gear that a fan wants of their school is an authentic jersey.
Or like a really cool graphic tee. But a lot of those small schools, man, like you go to like a bookstore and try to get
Fanatics has ruined that anyways.
Yeah, Fanatics,
They've
yeah.
ruined graphic sports tees. The design is shite. But yeah, actually, on that Texas State, someone tweeted at Kelly Danfus and saying, when can we buy football jerseys? I want these, and he responded and said working on it.
Okay.
I did see it because there was some trying to buy the black one, right? The
Yeah.
blackout jerseys. Yeah, I did see that.
Dude, oh God, bro.
So Utah State soccer program, you guys should do that with
Oh, God.
with the After Dark jersey, please. We're begging.
K-Damp's like Mom Donnie for college football fans.
Genuinely, for like, he don't
Mid-major
play about,
college
He don't
football.
play about college football, man. It's gonna be so exciting to see him back on his motorcycle. But that should do it for college football. As much as I could keep talking about it, I just gotta hold on for one more
Just
week.
wait.
One more week, man.
One more week, and we get to talk about actual games.
Yeah.
Ain't that the
can't
best?
We have to talk real football.
Oh my God. But we're going to switch over to another kind of ball, volleyball. They're also about to start their season soon. I believe on the same day, actually. Texas State starts on the 28th, and so does a bunch of other schools. Exhibitions are over. And so now we're into it Friday with all nine Pac-12 teams playing in Boise, even having a doubleheader. On the schedule is going to be Utah State going against number 3 Kentucky, Gonzaga taking on Southern Utah, Oregon State taking on Utah Tech, San Diego State taking on IU Indy, Washington State taking on Omaha University, Fresno taking on Northern Kentucky, and Texas State taking on Oklahoma, Colorado State taking on UC Davis, and Boise's first game against Middle Tennessee, and their second game against UNC Asheville. So 2 teams going against SEC programs, one of them being the top 3 team in the country.
My immediate takeaway looking at that is Utah State predicted first. Correct me if I'm wrong. Texas State just released today, got projected in the coaches poll 3rd,
Yeah,
right?
That's true.
Yep.
Of the Pac-12 in volleyball. So 2 of the top 3 projected programs are playing some very good schools to kick the regular season off. Utah State, Texas State playing SEC schools. No one else is really playing anybody. You're like, ooh, that's going to be tough. So I like that. I like some possible best schools playing some of the really good programs and some really good conferences. That's good to see.
That's what Sean Hewitt does, especially for Texas State. Like, we see it year in, year out with his schedule. So I'm not surprised that he immediately begins with Oklahoma. And like we said, Utah State's the only one that got to beat in terms of how hard the out-of-conference is. But
Kentucky right away. Sorry.
Yeah.
That
well,
sucks.
That's like,
But that, I mean, as long as like that's like a keep it close kind of game.
oh, yeah, for sure. And
For
if
our
you,
pride.
And if you win, you win.
That's
It's
true.
like even
That-
better.
Of course, yeah.
But like we said, volleyball, no teams in the Pac-12 are in the top 25 or even receive the top 25 vote, even with a couple of them in the big dance last year. I know Colorado State, who was projected to win the Pac-12, was in the big dance, even made a pretty decent run.
I think Utah State as well.
Yeah, and they're also didn't receive a vote as well. So interesting to see that no love being shown to the Pac-12.
Yeah. I'll be ready to talk volleyball even more next week. Hopefully we do get a volleyball center guest fully figured out. I'd love to dive into some volleyball.
You've got 9 games on Friday, so if you're looking for something to do,
They'll be all on YouTube probably.
I'll be on YouTube. So
All the home games, all
That's
the Pac-12
true.
teams playing at home.
Oh,
Yeah. So Texas State, Oklahoma will be on YouTube.
Yeah.
hey,
That
shout
one
out.
I know for sure. That'll be fun.
I'm guessing Boise is as well. If
Yeah, I
they're-
assume they're not. If it's a
Yeah.
doubleheader.
Right.
Yeah, it could be a tournament
Especially against two
elsewhere, but
different
it
schools.
sounds like Boise's hosting. But hey, Texas State, Oklahoma, I'll be running the camera, so you tap into the broadcast. That'll be my work for you.
Just know Caden's out there
Just
Yeah.
know the
looking out for you.
The Pac-12 pod is everywhere.
Just know I'm eating $7 popcorn behind my camera, crying because I'm broke.
And then next month is when conference play begins, the 24th. And then, like we said, the coaches poll released today. The top 3 was Colorado State, Texas State at 3, and I believe Oregon State was actually number 2.
Was
So-
it Oregon State?
Yeah. So Utah State actually, even though they did make a great run last year, I did mention that they did have a bunch of pieces gone.
That's right.
Yeah, Oregon State.
They got a new coach too. That's
New
right.
coach too as well. So it's going to be probably a
true.
rebuild year, which I'm not surprised why. He probably put Kentucky in the first game of the year just to see what these girls are made of. And then also we found out that the national championship is going to be the Alamo Dome this year. That's almost just right down the
Seems
street.
like. Well, I brought that up because, and I put that in the notes because it seems like, I don't know, maybe that's a field trip.
Hey,
I
man,
like that.
The Final Four was just to San Antonio not too long
That's
ago.
what I'm saying. We got another Final Four coming.
When in Rome, right?
When in Rome, yeah, it's right down the road. Let's go.
And I think that should do it for the volleyball talk. Like I said, we got a big volleyball episode planned. Hopefully that's able to, come to fruition.
Yep.
Sorry we have to talk about volleyball right ahead of week 1, but sometimes that's just how things work out. So don't worry, there will be football talk.
There'll be football. Don't worry.
Get me wrong. If not a volleyball head, don't worry.
Don't worry.
You might be a soccer head.
Speaking of soccer, the other football has been trending as the season has run rampant. We've at least like 4 games into the collegiate season. I know professional soccer just kicked off this weekend, so if you're still a little high for the World Cup, you're enjoying this footy. And we got the first United Soccer Coaches Poll of the season. It came out before we recorded, and the only Pac-12 to make the top 25 is the Texas State Bobcats with a record of 3 wins, no losses, and a draw, including massive wins against formerly number 6 Baylor and Texas A&M. And we know, with that, Texas State is atop the Pac-12 rankings as they're still the only undefeated team. But still early in the season, and we still got conference play to go. So, they're going to take on all of these teams eventually. But still early on the season, how we feeling?
Feeling good as a Bobcats fan.
Yeah, as Texas State guy, short bias, freaking awesome. Might go ahead and win the whole damn thing and not lose to anybody, all right? But no, the whole body of the conference seems to be the top 5 teams seem to be very solid. With a lot of work to go for everyone else, 6 through 9. Poor Fresno State. They better hope that we were right saying they're
really
should
leaning
win
on that
football
program. They're really leaning
They're
on
banking
that.
on
because their
football.
volleyball isn't any better, by the way.
Spoiler.
They're like
if you didn't listen to the volleyball preview.
They're like 264 in RPI in women's volleyball. So
See,
yeah,
I didn't know it could go that low.
Texas State beating number 6 Baylor. That was absolutely crazy.
Yeah,
that was
dominated them,
amazing.
beat it by 2 goals.
One thing I'll point out is just because I have a Texas State point of view on a lot of things, and I didn't really follow the Mountain West like that, before or just really ever. But the difference in the engagement when it's likes and comments and views on the Pac-12 conference Instagram, like whether it's clips or just regular posts, so much higher than what it was in the Sun Belt. Like I'm seeing Texas State soccer being posted
nationally,
and I'm seeing thousands of likes and hundreds of comments. If the Sun Belt posted anything, you'd be lucky to see that post get 10 comments.
I was going to mention that goal. I don't know what game it was scored in where she kicked it from basically midfield.
That was the Baylor game.
That was the Baylor game.
Matsui, yeah.
By the way,
I was talking about Helen Nolan.
By the way,
okay.
amazing play either way. Like I was going to mention too that like when a play like that in soccer makes my jaw drop. Like that's like it made me feel something special about this ladies soccer team. But just very excited about these Bobcats. I don't really have much more to say. I was going to say, though, Kaden, I'm sorry. I think that goal, and like you were mentioning how like kind of getting more eyes on the program, I think that clip had over 1 million views. So
when I watched it in like a couple of hours, it had 1,000 likes.
Yeah, so it's going to make its way around. Plays like that are obviously going to, always go viral in the sports world, but I'm just happy that the Bobcats, especially the lady soccer's team, is finally getting like the spotlight they deserve and finally getting the recognition they deserve in a better conference.
And by the way, Texas State had never been ranked before ever. They never beaten a top 25 team nor an SEC opponent. They've done both of those in
a week,
less than 7 days.
Mm-hmm.
So, not to be biased, but Texas State looks like an absolute monster.
But make us not be
conference.
biased. Make us.
It's kind of hard.
Hard not to be.
We're not
right.
lying. Like his team, the fact what they've just done, I think even other schools and fans are like, "Oh shoot!" Like they're going to be really good. I'm really excited for when Utah State and Texas State play in soccer, though.
Oh my God, it's gonna be.
It's gonna be a banger.
Lit.
Conference play is gonna be sick.
That's gonna be so lit, man. I can't wait for that. I love soccer so much. But yeah, that like we said, Texas State leading the Pac-12 soccer, followed behind them SDSU and Boise State. Boise State is behind them due to their 1 draw. SDSU has 1 less game played. Talk about Utah State. They're also tied with Boise. I'm sure goal differences puts Boise on top of the Gonzaga. Talked about them and Amelia Severin. They're 2-2 right now. And like Kaden said, 6 through 9 are just kind of happy to be here.
To shine the light on someone else in women's soccer, though, Boise State They lost to Texas Tech in Lubbock. That was on Sunday, right? But before that, they had a 17 unbeaten streak. Snaps. That was a program record going all the way back to September 11th of 2025. And they were unbeaten on the road for 11 straight matches, the second longest in program history. Of course, that also being snapped as well. But I think Boise's also a team to watch out for. And, of course, Boise's also good at other things. It just seems how it goes over there in Idaho.
That should be. I just can't wait for conference play. Specifically, like you said, that Utah State game. Oh my God, bro! If they wear the black unis in, oh my days.
I'm gonna have trouble
Pull up
picking
on
who to root for.
YouTube. Yeah, right. Oh my God.
I'm about to ask.
Yeah,
for a
that's what I'm
jersey.
saying. Yeah, I might.
Is that game in San Marcos? If they wear the jersey in the city, I'm gonna beg.
I'll tell you.
I'm gonna beg one of the equipment
Be
managers.
like, please,
bro.
One of them.
I'll slip you like a 20.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I know they ain't watching you that hard, man. Like, and I know they got plenty of these back in Utah State. Just
Oh,
like,
go ahead, bro. Just give me the address.
The
and logo.
very first game of Pac-12 play is Utah State and Texas State in Logan. But that actually increases the chances of them wearing the After Dark unis.
That's fair. That is fair.
I need them to wear it here. I don't care if it's over there. It has to be here.
What are the odds a team wears a black jersey on the road?
Be surprised.
But Texas State is a dark-colored
That's
school,
true.
maroon.
That's
so
true.
I just don't know like
That's
what
true.
sports where white is home. So
It used to be basketball before it went woke.
That's true.
Back in the good old day, the home
Same
teams
with
used
hockey,
to-
yeah.
The home teams used to wear white in basketball, but then Adam Silver ruined everything.
All right, guys. Before we wrap it up, last week I named my Pac-12 Player of the Week. I'm gonna do it this week. We're gonna stay in women's soccer with Texas State. Helen Alomenu. She had that amazing goal against Baylor. Like I said, made my jaw drop. I talked about it earlier, but she is the Pac-12 Player of the Week. 2 women's soccer players in a row.
All right, week 0 picks real quick as a little treat, as it's a shorter episode today. Do we just want to hop right into the Dublin game? First off,
Yes.
First off, 11 a.m. UNC TCU in Ireland in this year's edition of the Dublin game. Who do we got, fellas? Bill Belichick versus the Horned Frogs.
TCU and whatever the spread is, triple it.
7.5 is the spread.
Triple it.
Triple it. Wow.
I don't think North Carolina is going to have a chance against this TCU team.
It's not ridiculous to say.
And that's not even saying anything about TCU being good. I just think North Carolina is going to be terrible.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
not crazy to say.
Yeah. Who's
I-
even their quarterback? It's not still Lopez, is it?
No, they named someone else this past week. I had no idea who it was though. It wasn't
Billy
some-
Edwards Jr.
That's it.
from Maryland, transferred from Maryland.
Really?
Yeah, Maryland, known quarterback factory, so that'll go really well.
Yeah, and TCU starter is Jaden Craig from Harvard. So
Harvard?
yeah,
Harvard.
I'm just gonna go with TCU anyways because I'm biased to the state of Texas, and Bill Belichick in North Carolina has made me like him less.
But that will be the Dublin game. We got a couple, not too many.
Pick some of the
interesting
bigger
games.
ones, like,
I was about to say.
Definitely, let's do Memphis and UNLV the
That has,
nightcap.
because that's a big G6 game.
Yeah,
That is a big
and
GC
Boise
G6
plays
game.
Memphis week 2, so that game kind of matters. UNLV, interesting. They're gonna have 2 quarterbacks out
Jackson
there. 'cause
Arnold and Alex Orji, man,
Dan Mullen's an idiot.
and Memphis as well. They have
Really?
Air Nolan and I forgot the other guy's name, but they're also going in with 2 quarterbacks.
Well, I say give me Memphis because I want Memphis to have the best record possible before they play Boise and before the Boise.
I was wondering that
Broncos
as
crush
well.
'em.
It's like how should I go about this? Where it's like, do I want UNLV to beat them to maybe solidify my American hate, or or do I want Memphis to win? So like you said, Kaden, so they go in with a win against Boise next week. But again, I don't know, man, because I really like Alex Orji too.
Of course,
He's
you
a
like Alex Orji.
Michigan man.
I was about to say, of course, you love Alex Orji.
Can't hate the Michigan man. There's an Orji in
He
the
was
end zone.
awful at Michigan.
I mean, it was the team after the national championship. But regardless, yeah, I think, Kaden, I'll stick with you. I'll go with Memphis. I just think it's a better coach team. And I just think and I really liked Aaron Nolan coming out of high school. He did go to Ohio State, unfortunately, and that was the worst decision he could have made. But
Yeah, he was bad at Ohio State.
hopefully he gets some playing time now. And hopefully it's with the Tigers.
Yeah, this is a pretty tough one. I completely forgot Jackson Arnold went to UNLV. Not gonna lie. There's no way he has one more year eligibility after this, bro.
He
This
can
is-
always go pro and come
this is-
back. Come
this
on,
is
we already
his-
talked about
This
this.
is his third school.
Yeah,
Right?
it went Oklahoma, then
TCU.
Auburn,
Oh, Auburn.
Auburn, yeah.
I'm thinking Josh Hoover.
and then UNLV. Yeah, no, you're good.
To go from 2 SEC teams to the Mountain West.
I mean, like,
I guess it's not the worst thing in the world, but
I guess, but it's like he hasn't. Man, he's just gonna pray he gets some kind of like stats here. I'll probably go Memphis as well. Shout out Aaron Nolan. I don't know. This is a really tough matchup. I'm not gonna lie.
I would rather Memphis get that win and be a tougher opponent when Boise plays them. Nate kind of talked about it.
Yeah,
You want the people you play in the American, or if you're the American in the Pac-12, to be tougher whenever you do play them, and then you hope you beat them, and that strengthens your chances in the playoffs. So I like Memphis, anyways. But
then the only other interesting game I see besides Hawaii and Stanford, I'm a sicko, but NC State Virginia.
there's another game.
You got to talk about Sac State and EMU.
Yes,
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
you're gonna tell me you don't want Maction week 0?
This is true.
We're getting early Maction
This
week
is-
0.
I forget Sac
This is
State's in
this
the
is-
MAC.
This is a gift. This is a gift. Be grateful, man. Tickets as low as $20. That's what I'm talking about. Come on, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Like,
all right, real quick, because this is just what I'm thinking off what I see. North Dakota State hosts Jacksonville State. Do they win their first FBS game, and then does Sac State beat Eastern Michigan in their own house to win their first FBS game?
I think NDSU beats Jack State.
I think NDSU beats
They're
Jack
favored.
State,
They're 7-point favorites.
but I think Eastern Michigan beats Sac.
I do think Eastern. I agree
Yeah.
with Brett.
But they're both. But Eastern Michigan is like at best a middle of the pack MAC team, but Sac State's already going in not being a very good FCS team. So
Eastern Michigan's only 10-point favorites too. For
I'm not. Listen, it's more just so as like my familiarity with the MAC and Eastern Michigan came week 1 last year came into St. Marcus and got the lights beat out. So maybe they're kind of looking for a different direction this year to start off the year.
and also last thing, the real first college football game of the season is Maine at Towson at 5 p.m. on Thursday.
Sound like
Oh, we
Sparta.
got FCS on
You
Thursday.
sound like
Towson
Sparta,
3-point
bro.
favorites. Go ahead and give me Maine with the upset. First college football game on Thursday, August 27th. Come on.
Where can you even watch that?
That game actually says
like
TV,
ES
not televised.
Wow, you can watch it.
So you can't.
Radio?
Only the real sickos.
Radio's not dead, folks. Come
not
on.
even on ESPN Plus. That's how you know.
That's bad, man. Like,
we
that's
reaching new levels.
not even Fox Sports 1, like
Dude, not even Fox Sports 2, bro.
right. Like, you could get on FS2.
Man, let's be glad you can't watch that because Sparty was talking to me yesterday. He looked through the entire FCS slate and he was like, "All right, we're putting some picks down."
So you can't even watch any of them. Like,
ESPN Plus for most of them.
I guess.
There's
Sometimes,
two.
sometimes he doesn't even watch them. He just has the ESPN app up and it's tracking it.
Yeah, just on his iPad.
It's lit. Sucky with it. But I don't think we got anything else here.
Do you guys want to talk real quick about just your teams, like your big teams, like obviously not Texas State, but like Texas, Michigan?
That's fair. I mean, we can.
Yeah. Or
A
just what are your
little
expectations for Texas
preview.
this year?
My expectations for Texas, I mean, genuinely, it does feel like this has to be the year they at least win the SEC. That's the floor.
Problem is, you got to beat Georgia.
Yeah,
They can't do that.
They can't do that.
Can't do that.
This is the year where you have to prove you can. If you don't, it's like I don't know if you ever could. I don't know if you get a better window than this. The SEC is like we talk about it eating itself alive year in and year out. Probably gonna eat itself alive even more this year.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Especially at the top. And Oklahoma too. I think Oklahoma is going to be
Sleeper.
really good this
Love
year.
John Mateer.
I do too. And I think if he can learn how to throw the football,
He was at Washington State before, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay,
Right,
boom.
that's honestly
that's
not
why
even
I
saying
fell in love
this
with John
jokingly.
Mateer.
It's a quarterback factory because they produce a lot of great quarterbacks out of that school.
Yeah, Cam
Wow.
Ward right before.
Gardner
Yeah,
Minshew.
Gardner Minshew. Yeah.
Yeah.
And even if they didn't graduate from there, it's still like
They
it just
he was
shows.
developed there.
Yeah. Because I think it's all Mike Leach guys.
Yeah.
Ugh, rest in peace,
Rest in peace.
Oh God, rest in peace, go. But yeah, I think Texas, the floor is SEC championship, and the ceiling is natty. But anything else, I think is a failure. Plain and simple.
I kind of wish I could say the same for Michigan this year. It's
You can't.
You can't.
I think I would be happy. My expectations would be exceeded with the college football playoff.
Yeah.
But I think anything below 8 wins is a total failure. But I think 8-4 is something I would be happy with. Like as long as they play in a bowl game, as long as Bryce Underwood can show some competence playing quarterback, as long as they can keep that run game up. They got a freshman 5-star, Savion Hyder. I'm so excited to watch
I'm
him,
interested to see how they look under Whittingham.
I am too. Yeah, and the defense is always going to be good. Special teams always has their stuff buckled up. So, I don't know. If Bryce Underwood takes like not Bryce Underwood. It is Bryce Underwood.
Yeah,
Sorry. I don't know what I was thinking there. If he takes a big step next year or this coming year, look out in the playoff for these Michigan Wolverines, brother.
Before he transfers to another school?
Yeah.
He almost did in the first place.
Before he goes to LSU or Tennessee.
Ever since Bryce Underwood has been in college, in any single college football game, he transfers every single year.
Yep.
Every single year. He goes to like Clemson half the time.
Yeah, it's always Clemson or Tennessee, I'm noticing.
Yeah.
I actually don't have another team besides Texas State, to be honest with you.
I know you just ball.
I just really love my school. Come on now. But if I did, and I technically do, I'm just not crazy about them because people just call me a bandwagon, be Ohio State. Because I'm from the same hometown as JT Barrett. I watched him play in high school. He was not short.
Shout out JT Barrett. I love those Ohio State
Go
teams
quarterback
right now.
coach for the Bears now, by the way.
Dude, yeah. Is he the Bears?
Yep.
He's Bears, yeah.
I thought it was the Bengals.
It used to be the Lions, and then
I was going to
went
say
with
he
Ben
came
Johnson.
over, yeah.
I saw a pic of. It might have been joint practice then, because I saw a pic with Joe Burrow and him.
Yep.
And then they showed the pic of them at
saw
Ohio
that.
State.
That's awesome.
That was pretty
Shout
cool.
out JT Barrett in Wichita Falls, Texas, baby. Come on now.
Shout out JT Barrett, man. He was such a good quarterback.
Okay, we can stop talking about Ohio State now. End the show.
My bad.
He wasn't short, though.
He wasn't short.
All right. Thank you so much for listening to this Pac-12 episode. Like we said, if you're from the Nate Gatter episode and you really like what you're hearing, please stick around, follow, subscribe, do whatever you're doing, whatever you're streaming on. And make sure to follow our social medias at Twitter is Pac-12, PACD12 pod. Same thing on Instagram, and YouTube should be Pac-12 pod there as well. Thank you so much from Solomon Nash, Brett Bierman, Kaden Best. Let's have a good day. Thank you so much.